Ghana inclusive. Esan say Jami Aduma Saturday home matching and a Ghana game because but right before the Ghana bebono or the African countries saka okay that can sana Ghana diano and so to me abanano pay ye chances at the ama team sa almost waka enra na Maxwell ehwemwa na edi koma any Africa yem performance ewo World Cup no na ya na diadia duanu a ohwe games na so a England any DR Congo game no se o monitor game bia se DR Congo ayiro mumudie mu ye pa goalkeeper our friend Lionel Impasi enra obejuma nemum yewie na still wa concede 2 goals actress eno ne man DRC ediom free mo omuwie no ase awie anisa Senegal enso attack a 2-goal lead ejina game ni mo kwa kosi 85th minute enra at the timer near about 85 minutes no na Senegal lead Belgium by 2-0 90th minute ni do and 89th minute na game near 2-2 extra time na kwa 3-2 edi ama Belgium ama Senegal for enso afimo problem no aye dien na African countries no just even at a point who feel say yeah winning game no I didn't me done it all of a sudden and near my sister just bia enra because me sure Senegal ye unu sha Senegal a qualify win bia so wo bibia kwa sorry say wo ye bibia ba minimum bia or say oh sorry Senegal match no timer 2-0 omo ball best 83 minutes and also ra kitchen sa federal ko yiti na aduane no aba be into the aduane na question my crave maba no aba to aso adidi na che say or their celebration we are no dey akwakoda o ra kitchen ko yiti aduane de ba ya na game no 2-2 tiere o hiti na aduane e kitchen aba to match no asat the 83rd minute or sorry yes so hiti aduane aba no okoba ye 90th minute pepe na game no 2-2 tara se so extra time na 3-2 ni yi Senegal for edi o mafiri mu problem no aye deal with Africans ufiri sha aye deal pa ene ye how yem problem pa aye moment of loss of concentration ena aye yem problem and I say aye na omuma to respect to the Europeans but to can sense wa eno na me game abusa me na dia sama wo kan die hwe Senegal players yi enyo omo ne Belgium players ya na sisi aka wa clubs enyo omo no ma hwe England DR Congo for achiro no yenyi goalkeeper in passing sinchen hwe omo left back Ata Maswaku esi aka wo Premier League ni West Ham sa entide no osoro biem say Hurricane ba say Anthony Gordon eba Rashford eba nti osoro no say omo center back Axel Tuazembe in the Premier League say obi ti say Sanchal Mbemba French League no body bra ho ayo France sa say Abrantia France around one bisaka Rashford nyon na nesi aka Manchester United enti problem ne say dia pa na African countries no ewo work because of some making ebia na wonti de enti anopai me ebia beka se me rante onti ase so games Africa e dey free mu na she minute African countries no e dey concede goals her timer an African countries no concede goals odi ekwan South Africa fast we free mu omu game no her time South Africa e dey concede sa goal no asa agro she la Côte d'Ivoire in Norway 86th minute and a Norway eyi la Côte d'Ivoire free mu enra 86th minute and England edi DRC free mu enra krona another 86th minute and Belgium equal as I said equalize here eto asoko yi Senegal free mo. What is the problem? What do you think is the problem? I don't pay. Meno and AD sound komi. Oko live on Facebook, Pure FM TV. Mamenya o comments na yenkai. On YouTube so no Bright can come word on YouTube. And also okwa. Ko drop your comments na yenti ene yen nyina ye adwenjene ho. Yen nyina ye adwene Black Stars. Say because kika koi, kika ba ye ho. Huh? So I adwene nko so kika ba ye ho. Because as a thing where the African countries enya World Cup. What actually is the problem? What do you think is the problem? Anope, we are trying to find answers because a mind boggling. Sadia na ekoso a mind boggling. Me shada ntiase yi. Na odie ye ba bidi nkomo sisi. You ever heard the Black Stars of Ghana team no? Ewo Kansas City for the game against Colombia. Referee Clement Turpin, the French referee. One and about officiate so much more. Motai UEFA Champions League no referee na. Enko for beka seninia ene Leandro Trossard no samobeka ya Arsenal player no referee din no. Aha, ono ne be officiate yen game no. Me say the issues are so o de eba so but Semenyo yebetie enkoma Semenyo enso de atoya. Honorable Kofi Diadam still in the news. Eguso Ekasa Henry Asante Chum Ekasa de ma the Ghana Football Association Henry enso ewo nsembia ode atoya do peyebeko na yakwa akutie eye ne nsem ne nsem ode opi ena yebefia gebedi nkomoni pi. Me wo se ekwan Africa free mu no ebi mu nso blame eye officiating se enu a penalty a obejema Belgium foi any sala Cote d'Ivoire there now and also clear penalty referee anye. What is the problem? Maxwell Nana Essien Atenase yene no ebedi enkomo anope ne abejafo aka Jacob Achusebe any production team na enso I set womu eta echi me di Andrew Sousu Ubetia from Andikas last minute, my chairman Bright can come bodu. Welcome on board and pay your best so at exactly 12:30. Yenin Komano pay. Max, good morning.
Good morning, Andy.
Na Bibiabo call.
Yami Adumo.
Yamiasi. Say, question will be able to say, I had a problem no day with regards to Africa. Because at the knockout stage, over times now they consider goals now. Unshada ntiasi ana wo de otiase
metiase pa on say me raised this concern earlier, and even yesterday when I saw Chris I was thinking that Senegal will also fall victim to the same thing, but Chris feels that Senegal has what it takes to really punish Belgium, which was true until a certain part in the game. But at the same trend, it's a trend back one day continue back and naya, then it becomes a problem which need quick fixing. And yes, Africa chances at the World Cup, they be a bear slimmer. On say to DR Congo, to the Ivory Coast on 2 occasions. Okay, against Germany, and it is very game. It's not to South Africa. Time Lucy or Canada showman. It's not so to Senegal. Ghana cross a biatu because any Croatia you take Ghana.
Yeah.
And Chebiano moso dibi de say. So it's a problem. But yet in here. Mr. Asofron, we ain't spiritual problem. We ain't spiritual problem. Technically, and say let's deal with it. And the first problem, a lack of clinical finishing. Problem Africa want to say, you create chances, no. So we're born African teams are able to create a lot of chances. And our general play with how many Europeans and now some with DR Congo England in the first half, DR Congo were leading possession.
Yeah.
So we're able to play them toe to toe. But the one big problem, how to convert our chances, is one big problem for Africa. It is Senegal, the only African to walk a single World Cup, watch 10 goals. It and try double figures. So Senegal, in way the coy. Into young convert your chances. say unconvert with chances are obey exposed to danger and you are vulnerable. Because the least opportunity you best show back on. And Andy me no a very difficult so bad game no. And as I wish back cry and I say you take back to me him. Because with DR Congo they missed some chances, glaring ones. And I remember Senegal they also did the same thing. Yes sir. Two they say you'll be a friend psychological pressure. Also expectation that well African teams and also a World Cup are too huge. I say to say it's any time I European will be able we want to prove a point. And what I say, it's a more weight of expectation be great. And you panic. Say be a young push goal and I say go na game no cordine members we panic. Chale say you we say yes I do say so the moment they panic now oma be anxious. Say o panic na anxiety ne basra we dey be commit errors. And error now be commit no these European teams no omo attackers are who are highly intelligent again omo matured. Well, and mature teams are intelligent omo ni quite fast yenya result. So the least opportunity I'll be no omo experience the least opportunity I'll be no and the omo de be punish and also your baako. 3 no a lack of concentration especially in the defense. So be here between the 10th and the 15th minute to the end of the game and your honor goal ni nyina ba. Also Africa ye bo high pressure gamer. Your structure and your start a very very disciplined. But the moment a game ne kwa na wie no. Na ya dwan say oh we due oh we there ye wie. It will say your shape near distraction in a to so will become indisciplined. And also a one thing ema omodepa ena abrofo no munim. Omo study omunim. And say drew that time now that is the time they start attacking. They take a lot of risks. And now with substitution Belgian coach in here. Oye Jeremy Dokumuni had no they other attacking players too they been within that time and that gave them the results they know. The other things here fatigue ebre. The entire make us ebre say on Africa teams no ye boballer ye boy different from South America. South America boy different from Europe. Europe's boy different from Asia. And the extent say African teams rely on pace, power, and high intensity game. And again, yes, also a highly physical. Your output in a highly physical. Andy, your both physical game. But to me, most a game now 90 minutes. And yet easy. Say obey that physical game now 90 and you yet day a brebeba. And say the last 10-15 minutes, no. Excuse me. Now a brand and the idea about a brand banso Andy. You can't give the best. Like maybe say obe jumana wabre. And the obra creativity sote. It's weird that you can't perform at the highest level now as or performing. And at the last but not the least, they say inexperience, any game management. Inexperience is such that about the world stage in major tournaments, African teams ain't experience ever knockout matches. Because we mostly don't go there. Yeah, cause why we don't try. I told you and Ross and Rich say African team be no wako World Cup and the first knockout game no. Or to me win it. Or two no more win it extra time. Extra time. Until yenye experience. So here what we do is that inexperience now how to kill game no anyhow. Again, senior bear own say European and South American teams no. Omo substitution and the omo to buy substitution at the Achille game. And omo the keep possession. Omo to be a substitution at the make it tactical fouls. To say that make a range foul no and I'm saying tactical. Omo said that make it tactical fouls. That will break all the play. No man say slow down the game. But African teams ye lead you say game no crack and nasani a draw. We still do the same thing that we are doing. Even if we are leading by 2-0, Andy, instead of us to play around. It won't say teams in Bohomuldia, they play around. So what's the idea? No way about pa. And my cousin said the best way to defend is to possess and yet to attack. Because when you are possessing the ball, your opponents own your ball to cram fire head too. It teams that say because of Barcelona, Madrid, the way we defend any PHA, the way we play the ball. Because bet we have a ball on a 50 minutes on Ankabi. It's within that 15 minutes, we won't win your ball in head. a defensive play. And again, you bet to me in a way say, "O crowd born, o bar, unya the true man today be out the best sandwich." So this is how we defend. But in Africa, even when we are leading, and we will still play the same thing that we are playing, as if we are still looking for goals. So you be defending so. Now your society structure, and the only thing that these European teams are experienced, because already the world best player is Harry Kane. He is highly an experienced player. The least opportunity you do, and you're better punished. And now you saw my senior man Romelu Lukaku. Yeah, it's the Unimaka so nyadi amenu will become. And see, omo experience. And see, omo least opportunity, and these are the technical reasons that Africa for a falter. And then one, and then two, and then three, and then four, and then five. So it's a problem we need to fix. But then Senegal, then rather no more free parking or so.
Hey,
huh? Oh, maybe it's a question. I don't know. Say penalty, they're not very contentious. I don't know more free parking or so.
So compare any Morocco the clear penalty. We did as now
a clear penalty. Now because the uptown your friends the strikers now Europe they are highly experienced, so they know what to do to get that. So little details in our home and strikers no bomb more training a striker and strikers or more scarce and attacking players are scarce.
It's much of my say Sabon na a clear penalty.
A penalty.
A La Cote d'Ivoire for Bon. Pepe tackle on the corner penalty.
Yeah, and a referee discretion. It might be a pen. I think say it was a pen. Even La Cote d'Ivoire for penalty. I say it too. Exactly the point. Congo so Hurricane ball na penalty by Anja Mom. Into be a benefit be. Into Yanji obedience. It was clear penalty. What happened was that player not all clear ball, but striker ni a fast in a 9 day. I could see one or kick. The fact is that was there a contact or not? And the law say if there is a contact, the referee if you say a contact, a penalty. But no, I mean me die pa because I'm person Senegal for the free park and so. Aha, who a before so mine. World the hodie, but Africa the omo pen omo nye be san so unti Africa omo nim so omo ye ombenya support.
Me hu say no dwa omo pa say. The omo ye no omo ye no Morocco ho no say wunu no.
Ade no manko ye bi ho.
Sa omo say no mo coach ni say
good.
Obeka jom so omo work out.
In Jamaica, your car say dance a yard before you dance abroad. E say ye fie ye ansa no wakoya bonti. Enti mo Senegal Africa de Mube free park no so asay no. Be the whole world need here. But so uti and the moon free park so. One wa di omo ye. Because I know na san ko free park no so. Na no mo ye me man ko free park no so ye hwe de besi wo. So you don't want to dance here, but you want to dance abroad. Of your Africa de omon say no. Say no, although or more case, but say Africa, wow, we African giants no. I'm on some protect African football. No say no now because Africans will support you. In China, no code world, near the Andy said, not the same thing. Or the Omeka said, oh, yes, Senegal for the way they are world, one with the air. It's Africa, a problem. Andy, the way I dare no corner. Who's that run me here, Dinko Mobile has said. Mempesi a bedroom round of we not Africa country one, Mempesa out. Make us young mumpires only because I was saying empire, but this is a young day.
Now, Cobampa and Tom Mumpire. Because
teams not yes, yanning in and ye knew be a work clear cut. Me quite them so Gerard bitch me match Switzerland, right? But Chris also said Debbie. And the crowd also draw from your best or Minty or Ghana the best Colombiana. Colombians also are way ahead. Of course, a game be to me see. Even Egypt come Australia, but also Australia more very good defensively. Menji Egypt for me. And now the Ojo Mudi.
Egypt.
Ojo Mudi.
Nyomuni sa.
Sesi Akahwen. Keved.
Keved.
On Messa Argentina. And her bear you. Okay, Yamina Boni, we are soon to make a bear no bed. See, 7 greatest word in the world, 7 wonders in the world, right? Instead of it, you are the 8th wonder. Though it is possible by a minute. Again, near one, Egypt, Australia. A game of equals. Australia slightly ahead.
Because Ghana and Australia, they work kind of point blank to Australia.
Yes.
But Egypt, one, yeah.
Point blank there. I feel where there so my idea.
Oh, Maxwell, idea.
I feel where na Ghana cry in Australia bed and now game
Apple Australia be show Maxwell. One mark Apple Australia. Now one match is this Australia. Australia.
Na so much your work up
Australia. I also Egypt show. I also Egypt. Australia. Now Senegal team in Australia and ra. Na Senegal pa no na ka Belgium for asem eno me kai say hey ani
say me ka cha omo say o da bi na Senegal o je omo di on Senegal he omo ni form proud to this World Cup he omo friendly games on boy USA show omo 3-2 omo games omo USA show omo 3-2 no omo Norway they consider another 3 goals omo France omo consider another 3 even Iraq now o ka say because of the record me boy how many record did they get 1 or 2 Iraq enga record and omo say before the record na score here saying the rate at which they concede goals, and even in these games, almost are conceded 3 in Ponkambeka 2, almost conceded 3. And proud to the tournament, not form no a problem. When they are matured, Andy, that is the reality. These are the technical reasons African teams, struggle, and we need to work it out. Yeah, the positive thing for Ghana is say your coach, or a highly defensive. What I say, and the lines, to me, breaking it very well. That is what I like. But other than that, it's going to be a problem for Africa. Me per se, me mom warning. Since I also be able to Morocco. Into all that is the cap no Morocco. Omunya bashing be brother India. The way to prove your doubters wrong is by your works and your words. So what I say?
Na McBerry butter biscuits, McBerry London Oats digestive omo predict in 2 winners. Foster Archery, echo for England and Belgium as well, and Collins Akwasimenu, echo for England and Belgium as well. Ti mumienu mona mo predict Corelia mo awini McBerry butter biscuits McBerry London Old digestive predict and win on Timo package e wo fie ha as and when amubenya time pass through the mobile monsa and so ebi to me aka ba na minkai messages ne kakra ewo Facebook na yemfa amara nsem no ento aso emfa emamo blay kwesi Steven no Senegal kumi o mayarimpo Elijah akomia o say odi for watching you live from Bremen, New York. Nana Kwame PSC nyansani o say South Africa team support African teams at your own risk. Ena Odiaba Samituga or say FIFA is using the referees against us. Ibrahim, as a counting on African countries to do well in the World Cup is like counting on Arsenal to win UEFA Champions League. Chia, I say, Ebe makra ayira makumati. Okay. I'll say Israel, Dina, I'll say Andy, the problem is due to stupid challenges by African coaches. Okay. Sanso and Filippo from Kwabreka say Ochiesho no Kojo Apia. I'll say African players lose focus towards the end of the game. That's the problem. Also need the end no. And Ibrahim say, Andy, you know what? I think the problem is the problem. We say Bebeto channel say I left around 83rd minute and went to sleep. This morning I went to work and teasing the Belgium guys. Surprise to me, they won the game yesterday. I can't think far. Oswald, Jima Francis, also be sure to be fine. Also, I think it's complacency, Andy. It's one thing with Africans. We are always relaxed when things start going well without pushing. I think, sir, Enra, Rudy Garcia, the coach for Belgium, after the game. Now, we say, Emmanuel Ama, or say, Bibinidie, Kwesi culture, or say, Andy Casillas. I have been thinking about this, sir. I don't even know the reason why. The problem is the mentality. But Ghana and Morocco will make Africa's proud. Senegal party, hey, Andy, continue. Why? Because I don't think far. By the way, let's go Ghana. And Blinks SC, they should continue use their starting energy till the last whistle. Adoko Emmanuel say already feels a lack of concentration. Na question Andy, to me, I think it's up to us to blame ourselves, cause I see that we give so much respect to them, and the way the threat is going, the Europeans and the Latin Americans will always laugh at us. So I think they should sit the Black Stars down, talk to them to look at the time the Africans do concede goals. Look at Ghana against Croatia. It happened to Ghana around 86 minutes. Then Croatia took the lead. Of course, it happened. Yes. And Samuel Simpson or say, Andy, read the Belgian coaches post-conference and you will understand. Yes, and an American. Basco Joe, S. Ocheubia. Nana Kwame PSC, as Andy, we can't blame the referee. I think it's lack of concentration and complacency. And on Soreba, some Tuga say, I bet Senegal to win only first half, and I won 20,000. Second half, I don't trust African teams. On the messages, will be brave. Raymond, I say, Andy, I'm done supporting African teams at this World Cup because what Senegal did party Mayarokra sets upon their cause. Oh, Andy, the problem, they need good coaches. Okay. Nana Abate, say keep the fire burning, watching live from Belgium. Samuel Joseph, say good afternoon, boss. Watching you live from Italy, Paderborn. I think the problem is from the Senegal coach. Bamba Murata, say OTA from Ntonso. Brotherhood IT services. African teams lack character. Noble Asari, I say it's all about game management. No. Kwaku Romeo, I say, or higher Eddie Free, Ayaka same quarters. I say Africa for party, Nasamu, and I say Enchia Maxwell and Fabricene Idol, and Maxwell. Emmanuel Kufiamankwa Morocco will be the only team that will be left in the round of 16. Or from Jobek. Kwabena Boateng says Senegal deserves to go home. Set upon and say, oh, Senegal. Solomon Dati say, I'm pleading to FIFA to just give Africa only 2 or 3 slots per Africa, just wasting some of the country's chances of coming to participate. Mr. Kwame says Senegal is a useless team. Sims Kofi S.O. here from Amsterdam. Adoko Emmanuel say they didn't boycott the game because they don't value and respect our own. Papa Kwesi Manuel say Maxwell and controversial comments. Right, I was phone. I know you said you sit here in Senegal. And so, and to me, I qualify on my film. And of course, DRC. And so, and to me, I qualify almost so every winter. You know, and baby, Africa. Yeah, so, yeah, the and so, now, Yanfa latest no in Franco focus on my bar. Ye bedin community. And so, at me, Eddie, I found I was over. Mammy fan to say England game. I don't so to me cause no more. Any of mine are from I am DR Congo. And it's ready, but I don't see a starting game in the first half. Yabo, a 7th minute, and a branch of Francis Sipenga. And now first go, Edema, a DR Congo. Game on air course of 75th minute hurricane. I had a ball editor, 86th minute hurricane. Individual brilliance. And the second goal, Edema, England. Woman and so to me qualified run ahead of Maya from DR Congo. The course of Belgium, any Senegal, and so boy. Mammy for empty us first half in the 24 minutes. And a branch here friends Ibrahim Diarra enya first goal Edema Senegal second half start ya ancha and a branch here friends no Ismail Assar enya the second goal in just at 55 minutes no Senegal early Belgium by 2 goals to no. What was that game there course 86 minutes Lukaku every bench ebe take and that's what I say go Emma game no 2-1 89th minute and a jury tournaments and so the game no echo 2-2 extra time yeah 120 plus 5 and a penalty echo by a jury tournaments as I want to cotoneta echo yes 3-2 and so the Belgium Senegal and so free tournament anymore and on the US ahomachi wamuchi Bosnia and Herzegovina as from 2-0 Balogonga shego and a branch friends and Malik Tillman and so your second goal and on the course and the games about 7 p.m. Spain and Austria sounds and 11 p.m. Portugal everybody here Croatia and on area San Comano yet Emamon and so Jumadina Sahomache Mamin Fawe and to Yankupon Yadmani or Tanahomache about 3 a.m. The tennis Switzerland and Algeria and so bet Messia can yet and some Emma pay and some Jumadina Sanino yet in common and so by Yedin Cobo 950 and to Gano pay Dika Emma 3 a host nations no Mamin Fantigas 3 host Mamin Fantigas on 3 different occasions 86 a minute you consider go say Algeria Egypt and Ghana and Cape Verde and sa 86 a minute because la Côte d'Ivoire concede go 86 minutes Samson DR Congo concede go 86 minutes Mami Fantiga Senegal Senegal and so concede go 86 a minute in Africa yenim yes 86 minutes woman and careful and edit and I just say about some nana say akomatiam and so the DR Congo Mami Ora your friend is a Lumumba woman a iconic hair supporter about stadium not just say ono and so be jina o jina ko adia so no man in so at the Cosro to say game no and so timi awie Mami Fento no say wanya visa anko America anko World Cup matches dey Mami fawe and to yes and na ono e 9th club woman tie game no Mami Fento say na game no wie no so aye Mulumba otu say na koma and so ate Mulumba and otu say enisu and so asase be Mulumba esu because a heartbreaking say was England 1-0 na game no wajirama akwa drew a minute 75 now for 75 minutes England for Attica aka 4 minutes and the referee they beka na Hurricane asanso akwa kweshegu ama DRC and so akofimo no we aye Mulumba just okora 9th club akwa ni so and just uniam and so akoma tia one tuni so Mulumba enso no mame fa we entuga sa ne de nya reho urim sa okọ DR Congo kromo no ma opanyi ba ko wanyini pa owe na nimfie no ekwa ni mu pa farma me na chese papai enso monitor aye ne country ewo Kinshasa nim so oboba win game na obokolu so game no panyi no na chese ogina wono onkasa but all the camera no to anima obo se ni so enso eso no obo se opanyi no enso share tiesa wono so na koma enso atimi to de to so ma wa obo na ate owura no wa chese wanyi nipa oye supporter nimfie no ekonanim na chese ko support the country na ayado omo enso qualify na for 86 minutes ye you omo ade from no na chese akoya ro 70 mra aye players no e bit say why some enso no na chese sa aye fan papa no enso ade ni so bebrebe eno no so yeah, there was some Emma and so so now England players Nadia almond to be a case. Mammy, a branch your friends are Hurricane Cornero, Ivan Tony, a Cornero, Jude Belgium, and so Cornero, Obi to some air just pants, Obina, and so called a girlfriend no more Hurricane. After the game, no Constance no more, Equosiana Yere, Ivan Tony, and so Cosiana Yere, Jude Belgium, Equosiana girlfriend. Just Obinam and so celebrate here. I was standing Obanya qualification. Nanka Adiano Anobayatene, Hurricane, and a 20 wife Anosano, and so send 2 goals. Ama England, and so to qualifying Tehano, and also to me relaxing, maybe be a Ayakama, and I branch your friends again, and I didn't want some answer to Yabu, Ivan Tony, Ubu, Jude Belgium, Obina, and name not almost families, no, and I witness of my sons, no, yet Emma, I was made in a Slomia brancher, your friend. Anthony ayo Gordon na unya Anthony Gordon ama mefa we enti say Gordon agin command fa Hurricane ho na no mu busa Anthony Gordon say onkyere mu how by na abrantia friends again and so it means that's what it means spy adia team na you from England kwan by na Hurricane afa so a what me spy omo na ensam na abrantia enso dia to ya no actually say no credit say England players no Hurricane omo gene de bruta omo trust Hurricane sa edru emra emuaden Hurricane enso ebeya boafo e dia bomo wo de yenti abrantia friends Anthony Gordon say yen friends you guys Hurricane have a season or genius one player per and AVT Hurricane and also Leo Messi so the greatest of all time or no and AVT Hurricane say Messi and Hurricane this season player bia and to Hurricane yenti Anthony Gordon then come or after the game.
Does he inspire you guys on and off the pitch with those sorts of performances?
Yeah, it's amazing to be around him every day because when you're around someone at the elite level, he's at the very, very top of football. He's having a season that's only ever been beat by Lionel Messi, the greatest footballer of all time.
And see, Otin, someone, a branch of friends, Anthony Gordon, the Tuja. Sir, a Hurricane, no born now, a one player pair, and Ebia Obiti Hurricane, we are Somaka, and a Michael Olise Wabo, and a Kylian Mbappe Wabo, and a way movable with the Nebum, Yaka, a player season way, one answer what top air former, a branch of friends Hurricane, one and what top air form, and on area sound common, yet Emma Ewojumadus, a branch of friends Zlatan say, I know the Hurricane. Oba friend say Hurricane say and England for to say when Rooney mo and me friend say already ever friend Hurricane say Hurricane or say Hurricane England and I know me catch say Jude Bellingham but to just say Hurricane the greatest English footballer of all times. Akwano HBB eno ayediete na oko USA game no so akoso a mame abranche friends Florent Balogun wono eheko edema na American national team no nemum osanso kodi red card onu se na me no ka say wababa ye the fourth player ewo knockout game ewo FIFA World Cup Oshaku no asakwa kodi red card in 1962 semi-finals openya friends Garanta eheko de ma Brazil Osanso Kodi red card. Mami Fentugas in 2002 quarterfinals. Ronaldinho Eshego Osanso Kodi red card. Ediba Aye Brazil. Sanso and 2006 Aye final. Zidane Aye red card. Before that, no Ashego Edema France and Anra Abranche France Florent and as a way of Florent Aye Balogun 2026 our run of air 32. Oshego and Osanso Kodi red card. Na mami Fentuga mami aye tackle no. Ne tackle no Florent Aye Balogun tackle na. Ema ninya aye red card no enunye ne tackle no ena warrior no unse okotia aye Bosnia player no nati na eno ena coach friend Mauricio Pochettino aba bontene say way na enya red card because nenya intentional player no Florent Balogun anshada say okwakotia aye nadia aye Bosnia aye player no osiwe osabatina TV achi ohwe no eno hu say aye unintentional na aye dia esi enso football aye normal action in aye football aye accident esi aye football when US for this na aye FIFA for the number some because aye 4 different aye incident NSC World Cup we am family because no obedi Leo Messi dia no enso ye example Messi and Algeria we watch Messi in Algeria right back no kwabe a Messi na ekotia ye omo ama Messi aye red card say I had America for them omo dey excuse I must say 4 different incidents no and so the amawa even almost kasa US ebi di be di omo yama opponent in a red card almost say na Hakimi Ashraf Brazil aye Morocco Okotia Vinicius Junior and yama a red card I don't know no so we mu o minor ye from Haiti omo game back o baby obi kotia ye and so Haiti yama omo opponent in a red card and incident and as you see yama obi a record and a branch friends Balogun there one command guarantee and a coach friends Pochettino as well genius and a red card now Pochettino we no commission opening says after Saudi America I qualify for the second time America I qualify round of 16 air World Cup no so say feeling more American and also say oh yeah sorry name so kasa na o twantro where 200% Argentine or American and your coach and friend Mauricio Pochettino also a German wire Edema a USA team the name of Manunche say or American or 200% Argentine and I said I want some ACT na mame boy na friends Malik aye Tillman ono and the second goal in my US aye free kick and Malik Tillman at the ball at tournament and after the game Malik aye Tillman call the post match conference no or run the boot no henenai hwene nine so moja ena aye ne socks ne mu nyina mu saa no na kyese enra akwa no aye adwuma pa odene so ema aye Bosnia fo no ede adwuma owie ye oro no boot no se aye blood ena kyese enu enso aye ne host ne mu nyina enu hwene nine ne si fom na obon se moja enso akwa ne nine ho nyina enu aye se de ho simsiti a ya to ema mo ewo adwuma de no se enra odim se na ya de US omo fan baako Max wo hwene ewo aye Mexico fan aye park enso to enkofu akopa ba bia hye oso no de no obegina enso bi mu a support aye USA national team no ma video no na yenko enim emra chese enso agemu enkofu edwane obi a akopa ba bia hye obi adwane no nko a eno de America flag no e de akata ne ti eno gina enso no se game no yenya mponye anto se ye bepon ahomache o a chese match ne course enso to os anto se ombepon ono anya de se ofri aye baby ogina no obegina ho a eno aye se de hu nsem esiatie na uko Belgium and Senegal game na course na Mami Trossard and Tillman and I said Tillmans unu se two players are yes as at the 75th minute na omoko aye Lukaku and a best separate om hesoro the image na what top no yes ntokwa esie between aye Trossard any abranche friends of Tillmans not just omoko kaketo bi se enke bu pemra no omoko hydration break no and as antokwa ne paye ema Lukaku and a bepata omo na the 89th minute Trossard Koya assist abranche friends Juri Tillmans emonya equalizer enema omana ye from say Belgium na se to dan tokoni bi onma to the right course what is eboa ema nema enso konkan mami player na friends na say mami Arsenal players no wo FIFA World Cup mami fa we enter you say Leandro Trossard ababe the 6th Arsenal player I will deliver assist ever 2026 World Cup no club and a future more assist providers ever tournament than Arsenal. Martin Odegaard 3 assist, Victor Gyökeres 2 assist, Bukayo Saka 2 assist, Gabriel Martinelli 1 assist, Declan Rice WA Gabriel guys 1 assist, Declan Rice 1 assist, and then Leandro Trossard assist. And to way Arsenal players no omuguso assist one national teams no Mami Trossard nankasa miamete say Leandro Trossard ababa the first player work on us where chances created no such chances created so far World Cup we mo onim sem Trossard any player work creating most chances 15 plus Mami friend to say all the list about most chances created no Leandro Trossard nko a created 16 chances. Menya reports any no from open play and be a corner and answer set piece be from open play and we created chances no. Now the autopsy number 2 Hakimi Ashraf we created 14 chances. Declan Rice created 12 chances. Florent Vett created 12 chances. Sadio Mane 12 chances. Mo Salah 11. Jean Diomande 11. James Rodriguez 10, Maxi Arau 10, and Kevin De Bruyne so 10, and chances created. FIFA World Cup anymore, and you're doing some Edinburgh Emra penalty, never no be any Lukaku, and a cover penalty kick. Remember Lukaku, we understand Lukaku a over Ediama Yuri Tillmans, and a Lukaku actually still or go through mental struggles. Lukaku no. Also still, when the team and your man should or go through mental struggles and to know in the right frame of mind. So we can come sa crucial penalty. And with James Adama Juri Tillmans and Lukaku and Edi San Komano. Na uremu enso ewo omina ye fra sem eno Dakar Senegal hinkro Dakar yanko Dakar eno disappointment anything Senegal supporters no are very, very disappointed. Ekwanya, womo efa so, elusu game na kwa fa so a, womo free tournament ni mo no, orebeho. Senegal supporters no, odi yanko pa, ena na esie, edema Senegal. Ekwanya womo fa so a, omunusu game no, say, Joti akonya so, wada akonya nim, je oda form ojana ho ato form, omu hu di omonya Senegal supporters no, ehu kwanya, omu fa sa defeat we emphasis because, sa wa she 2-0, na game no wakrama, I could do 85 minutes here. Dakar. ɛyɛ Dakar but also onya botre now ɛyɛ Senegal players now we and as supporters no utu say omo ekoma tiye papa so already ekoso omo koma tiye eno area tia san komo no yet emam enso wodwo de no say no peguso a yes ensam ba no eno bad news abaye and say one ɛyɛ Senegalese ɛyɛ fan yes already after the game o collapse yes wo fenti na obenya opanyi no enso de amamia na che say omo gina ne so omo her no was stadium ho na ekoba ye say yewura extra time second half aye bepon and just a penalty ne bae no Trossard and some branch friends Telemans and the ball to net no and a branch no enso efenti ye and just ha ofenti out of from no so omutwin so eguru so eno na wo no opanyi no ebeba and oda form a omo ehwe no wafenti and oda form on ono na da no just wafenti because the course no na just etena koma na a branch friends aye Papi Guai farma me max otie enra omu free no Papi Guai eko ne IG eko posti wakoye post be the ato na the odia to say or take a break from the national ayo team se ekoba se bia coaching staff we Papa Tiao ene be koso ayo coach on the backroom staff na ono national team of Senegal watching him and so if one can say bia or retire from the national team or watching because of your coaches because anyama akoso e was Senegal for camp no abranch and say or person na te or trying kakra or say at the right time obaba be explode obaba no be yin some and so dey go say na no Cristiano Ronaldo e Manchester United or say time this wa obaba be church and sim owie ya pe e na creeping diata say we any kwaso obi make excuses the say Senegalese deserve better or disappointed Senegalese and way no excuses and just say and when they say and a kofa him ko see and a referee and I say that they was say any time I was some excuses because disappointed Senegal for nyina and a creeping theater na emra e come as that Belgium for a comeback almost celebrated I say goalkeeper France table Courtois I say no any surprise I don't come to opinion I don't ask them obi agina near as I dey share that any surprise I don't say I come back. Well, baby, Madrid. I was Santiago Bernabeu Stadium. Okay, Rodrigo, 2 goals to be edited Manchester City. So who's Adiana? DRC in Rano and said that end surprise. So Antono, someone said now on you too excited. Moon said nas on shed and you just like Adiana players no be aya or no idea. And your first time at home, what I will be and so a club level. I was Santiago Bernabeu Stadium or what I will be pa enum Courtois name someone so dia tuja mami fa we Antonio se Edin Jaku menya reports enra Jaku ababe the oldest outfit player one enso appear will knock out a game or World Cup 40 years 106 days and what day and I Bosnia for captain ora your friends Edin Jaku and you didn't want some enso to your ewujumadi so na mami fa we Antonio say can't come back I will walk up with my demete and it's a 2026 wire walk up with setting be that from now about take about winning game no yes I see emprama kuma eduba 11 times and a team be either from wire come back about winning game 11 times and a SC yes I'm not ABC the last edition I 10 name way equal 11 and I demete now a branch of friends Hurricane from Mami Jamaican is some that about knockouts a stage goes a major tournament by European players since Euro 2020. Odum say Hurricane being it World Cup and I say Euros no Hurricane 10 goals. Diodino Mbappe 7 goals. Dani Olmo, Kasper Dolberg, and Goncalo Ramos. Omunyina 3 goals. Odum say na England attempted 35 air crosses. 35 air crosses. Yes, we the first time since Mexico. 1966 against Mexico and in a game on board 37 crosses and against DRC England able 35 air crosses and said my friends for air timbers because and I say we air flight anymore kono and you say come say what tell us Mbappe friend Mobutu Mobutu Seseku and we a former or a DRC detector, former DRC, a detector, Sadino and Dembele at the Afre Abrantia, your friend Sam Mbappe already. Omo aye conversation over tesa no waka say omo fra aye Mobutu emfa no Mobutu no ene hwan ya aye Mbappe Mobutu that agenti Abrantia France Mbappe sa no mo frɛ no enu aye de tia honsam no yes eba mo e wodwuma to so Zlatan Ibrahimovic say yen fan to said the ewiase nyina say who ye top 5 best players emu 3 ebo edema the French national team enu aye Zlatan say the best 5 players we are able 3 aye the French national team for mami osim aye Dembele Mbappe and a branch of friends and Michael Olise. So who ye top 5 players who ye 3 way now the 2 and so the ababa ka omo ho eno ayo running some ono so dia to ya yet ema mo e wodwuma so na makacho say America for no omo search no omo mfa ni agro mame ayelio Messi and the teammates agenta teammates no won epie mo enso e wo Miami delegation no e wo Miami on bebo mo next game e wo Miami hey airport wo Miami airport wo Maso Helio Messi ena omo airborne search desi ena mo yebi sei mami Cristiano Ronaldo enra oje fans ni nyina Portugal supporters omo aye Canada e wo Toronto ombehia aye si Ronaldo edurabi na so Ronaldo esifom na obewefi aye Portuguese fans yenko na yentie aye feed ne kakra
95.7
Sir, we are Portuguese now to Canada. Adding, sir, BBD Cristiano Ronaldo beba Canada way. Any of your opportunity will be Ronaldo enough, you know. Watch a glimpse of C Ronaldo and on area to Mammy friend to get Portugal, body at Croatia. Na Vitina Baba until about to almost an Oba, Eddie Luka Modric, and was where do betia can and it's or Quacobo, Eddie Tiane idol. Or no, I have Vitina and idol. I will for Nipa Henna so about the ball. I will reference Luka Modric. And when Luka Modric ever share the same air pitch. And I have Vitina and come on Suria Tiana. Lami Yama and Spain, Egus or more prepare for game. And well, Echo Jim Common Mubusa, I am Lamina Bantona Lamisia. I will need Timo. Timsa or few send on the semi final. Now, or your semi final parents, no. On say France and Spain. I have semi final. And Portugal. Any Argentina or city trim, Janko Penono, a career yape, and a Nico Williams in the channels here. Now, France, ya show more twice. And a present and say, France, they say, Omukuta dynamite. And a Nico say, oh. Now, sir, no, sir, Omu players. Nico Casa, Omu players, no, and a Lamis in the Yensway. Now, Omu players, Yensway players, and no, I Lamin, and your branch, your friends, and Nico Williams. One and come Spain national team omunya versatile na a former a Barca player friend say Ricky Puke and also see came America and Ricky Puke e visit the Spanish national team also a Spaniard name o see came America any one a Pedri one a Gavi a Barca a players no more and na Barca La Masia and our America and one that so and so a Barcelona Eric Garcia ni omo exchange jerseys enu aye said ehun semjiti say opanya friends Eric aye Tenak ma fana me enu be din komo say Netherlands for adwuma no omo gene won say ana slot on bet me position and so the man say Mr Tenak ni din enso pim say 2 aye frontmen aye ana slot and afi Eric Tenak bako and Netherlands for ade adwuma no enso bet me the man no enu aye temeti Javier Pastor aye agent edema enso aye Fernandez na enra opanyina koto bomb enekra enra anase na no pay or reference have a pastor koto bomb I say I'm looking for options. Somebody be free Chelsea. Player now all contract with Chelsea and the agent. As almost options. At the free Chelsea and you play an agent and this answer to ya. Now my branch friends are Michael Olisi. Me in your report and yes Olisi. Bayern for after I walk up no. I'm no ewon komo ewo so muhia person man new contract dem almost any na be depend on a branch friends Olisi so obe sign and as one sign enom temete me nya report sem there Bayern for no yes so so monitor Vinicius Junior because walk up omo Vini ye pa no say ene se koba se bia Vini ni demands from Madrid so won timi ntua na Madrid said e ba so ma reject the demands no ekwan ba wa Bayern for beko for Vinicius Junior or reference Romario as Vinicius akana no atum ono na otaika se Vini eba Brazola onyere ne ho ne modern ewo fam osen wata criticize Vinicius Junior nebom onjiri say walk up way one of the best players branch friends Vinicius Junior eno according to Romario the great and the sansam no enso dia tuja na mame Nottingham Forest team no coach so mapamo Maxo in the last 10 months, Nottingham Forest apamo 4 different coaches. After Senra, omo confirming as Victor Pereira, omo na wieno, omo apamo Nuno Espirito Santo obo 3 matches. Womo apamo Ange Postecoglou global 5 matches. Ora your friends Sean Dyke ebo 18 matches. And openya friends Victor Pereira and so about 12 matches in 10 months. Omo pamo 4 coaches. And I had me in your reports Oliver Glasner yes so on the best signed 3-year contract Ediama Nottingham Forest former Crystal Palace team no and as coach no say verbally on the Nottingham for no and so agree to say project no or you're interested now yes transfer plans no one Eddie Bibia Ebeshaninsa and no Oliver Glasner Tottenham Hotspur I confirm say Matteo Fernandes say oye player Edema Spurs oma confirm me 85 million pounds and omo dia branch no from West Ham United Matheus Fernandes ebejina infinfio the next player omo de no Sandro Tonali after Matheus Fernandes no Sandro Tonali the next player and I know say club na from Spurs Edwano enso betinya ba diamete and say Tonali ebe signing 6-year contract and diama Spurs yetime na area no me no so belande enso London na wakoye the medicals no enso diama omo Greenwood menya report say club na ye from Atletico wamu Asia any agents no any player na nkasa nyame ya aduma anwumre na agreement no akora nya tia ase pa straight ombekwa kotua sika diama Marseille na Oman fa branch friends Mason Greenwood and so Edna but no metia ya the one some mamo with me so make house and store ya budget predictions no I am McPerry butter biscuit and McPerry London oat digestive no almost say over predicting either say winning team and as a correct air score not what me dia chede with ya intimate so emre so be phone lines no now the predictions and so dia ba we are to company be say all your work campaign adiama ayawa wutieme Denmark, Austria, any UK where can pay. Number no 0550 218 294 0550 218 294. Ebio, mamini unim komo se se mamin ka say KFC at the Black Stars box meal no enso dia ba. Dia we be here and so be 100 Ghana cedis. Now dia KFC branch bia yama chicken akoko 4. Nyama 2 crispy tenders near the chips. Large one ba ko enso dia ka ho. Na Waldino and so across Waldino Ukuta just 35 Ghana cedis and the KFC Sefabra Yamau chicken bako 2 crispy tenders near my chips bako and fankao Nina KFC inti Omo stores Nina Urama also aba for Black Stars 100 Ghana and also Ukuta 35 Ghana cedis wakwachi Waldino nebi bia akwaso and so the amount UB Cliftons Asian country so Omuna airton dining to Wutime now manane for NC Diamond do sika or Tossman $100 so no to 50-20 omu do sika UB Clifton say omu 13th court estate ben or say to secondary school ben IPT omu 2 and 3 bedroom ninyina on suite 2 bedrooms no 920,000 Ghana cedis 3 bedrooms no 970,000 Ghana cedis almost more payment options back where say 1 year payment plan and a biom and it's a bank mortgage 10 to 15 years now the atua bracho shano so am say a year cropon 15 minutes drive from IPT and omo maye a residence and also almost see a uncompleted buildings 12 units and omo AC 3 bedrooms nina a ensuite about with storage living room and a kitchen a 250,000 Ghana cedis 2.5 billion now almost payment options they say over to 50% dia cano yes spread in a year and so at the amount now omo coupon I know a just 2 minutes drive from a 13 court estate you know I must say any Black Star say we now be told 5% discount. Ubenya our number no 0209 861380 0209 861380 na uno makasa pep student essay do the two chiwose emprenu obechiwose anopa no chiwose anwumra akwakoda eno ene the good aya oral hygiene chiwose with aya pep student obi anim say pep student there eba ye enye ne aya do the two brush aya twice. Now, I hear the Church of Pentecost SA Holy Ghost Air Convention 2026 no and baso ITSM no and it's a reviving the next generation with fire. Our you free Joel 2:28 I feel 1 Kings 19:7 and Acts 2 verse 3 to 4. Now almost a date no started on the 7th of July near we on the 12th of July 2026. Ebashas here 6:30 p.m. and now we 8:30. Baby I no bekwai English Auditorium Broadway ewa Sante Bekwai and Holy Ghost Easter Convention and so ekoso latest phone makacho se eba mattress ababi also toro no eye latest phone man kwana baby emye ntwanse wani obo nkoto mattress mi ma wa obeda sore no na wabre na ohunam nyina eye ya sa woto latest phone eye mattress ni bia oda ohoto omo sizes ni nyina bi ko latest phone aso eye na kwato mattress papa FF latest phone eye close to 60 years and a latest phone and so eye adwuma omo ewon eye outlets bebrebe nationwide o kuma sana person from line now 0322 0322 029 365 0322 029 365 and cry 0302 231 155 now no mo enso etimi adinkomo omadaroma any the first batch no enso around mamenko aya bejafo nche na yini nkomo kakra mesaba na mabeyidi aka no enso etumi edi afiri ho edi amount manzo
yeah Andy
yensa mo nkomo bio
okay yenhwe World Cup no England Mede we be ama ejarine train bacho England there the mom projects my money African teams. England in lose to African team be our World Cup muda. Internal na nanka e be the issues Ghana so decided say be break his record now fa. And these things really play part as far as the game is concerned. England are about 10 games with African teams. And 10, no back even 2022, almost Senegal 3-0. It was the round of 16. No, we Senegal free. But most often, I results near close. Very, very close results. For example, Oshe, Oman win 6, no one draw 4. And the war screen is so. It's a war, how many Algeria about draw. Oman Morocco about draw, and Oman Ghana about draw. Nina Koye goalless. But the Oman winning, no. Almost Tunisia 2-0, Congo 2-1, Egypt 1-0. Then Cameroon 3-2. It is a almost say African team, so I am not a close margin. A moon said that empty. Their goals be Mupan a 3-2 normally Cameroon born 1990 and records about Cameroon side. And it was very contentious. Even England had 2 penalties on that day. It clearly speaking say England ne African team one the damn African teams on England. And that is exactly the Enra is here. But I think the English coach is getting something right. And the coach be in the second half better than the first half. And he's a good coach.
Ultimate read the game.
Yes, it means that ultimate read the game. And not just reading the or some make adjustments or yet changes are affect the game. And that is a very good thing. One would the away or the mad okay started. Now I hear Juma. Then second half no the Bukayo Saka. Saka mo be mo pe obon say game na eden exchange in favor of England. I don't know as I clearly and when omone be mo no it was really working. When Gordon was solid, giving 2 assists, the only player from the bench who had 2 assists in a game that was solid. And omo be no Hurricane na only a lot of services. Now they look more dangerous because omo my not Hurricane no and said that services that Hurricane was not so dangerous in the game. And clearly speaking, I think say coach in something right, and he's really playing very, very well. How far will England go? Any that multi-million-dollar question? Because the next game is Mexico, and Mexico so almost a dread. They've not even conceded, and they made sure all the 4 games or more winning in there. So it's going to be a wonderful game. Mexico for any day. Or by England, I mean who England when and Rami who also England nimbo ne more stars or more player, but England needs our France for attitude maybe. England need Argentina for attitude, Brazil for attitude. Say when the going gets stopped, they fight. You see them fighting on the field. To say France, despite the fact that more skillful players or more BBB, and when it comes to France to fight, they have that fighting where you could clearly see that they are throwing everything to the game. The English go into a game knowing that they are very good. They rely on their talent and play around. But then, it drew their air dino. You could clearly see the English were fighting to want to get something. And if this attitude now is going to be very good. The DR Congo in a very successful campaign. In the sense that also Senegal and Congo every more qualifiers no. Now Congo there is some international playoffs. First of all, Nigeria and a boy. Nigeria a giant as far as African football is concerned, no doubt about that. And we Nigeria on penalties. We all thought that Nigeria be young. And we Jamaica Kobo intercontinental playoffs. No, we Jamaica. And we qualify by this tournament. Oshets and no my serious on that tournament. When no we team back one me back home. Because their record at the World Cup the first time in 78. Ne kana Andy and also so na emfa. Well, because Omoko no. Andy, you they are the first black African nation. Like you say, tuntum for no pie beko. Okay, African nation cry Egypt, but ebia tuntum for no ebia dark skin people Omoko. And the Omoko in a whole lot of issue with doctors and to me and Chanti Omoje 7 a group there was an issue of protest. Omunge born crown no more born anyhow. It's not a record ne until some other team could rewrite the script. Now Congo had the chance to go to the World Cup. The idea was to go and change that narrative. And make sure say now things have changed and they've really come up. And I think so when you're a very successful campaign because drawing against Portugal, losing closely 1-0 to Colombia, and beating Uzbekistan by 3-1, I think it's a perfect campaign. Because for nothing at all, my PK 4 points. Their first World Cup winning a point. They've gotten a win. On first World Cup winning a win. They've gotten 4 points. At least almost drawing a point. Their first World Cup, they lost all the games. And they said, compare they are very good. Even against England, it was close call 2-1. Wow, Muteki leader, vast part of the game, you could clearly see. And they exhibited bravery against England. And you see in England, they matched them toe to toe. And then they said, oh yeah, boot for boot. They opened up, they were playing skillfully. And Jan Wesa, they said, our best 3 goals in this competition. Same Wako first World Cup go, Croatia, but 1 single World Cup, I think it's a Congo for no. Keep on my head high. This is a clear statement that coming the next World Cup and all that, Muye become one. They will go place. I think say they shouldn't look down upon themselves. But I'm goalkeeper learner in passing. Solid, brilliant. And England are Munimbo. Mama, don't joke. When they decide to do Munimbo. And there's a Ghana idea or Munimbo. So you could be more England converse basics. And then I am passia, or the area saying I'm passia, or Tim be Congo Belgium. But of course, he was brilliant. He was just brilliant. Or Damali have France. And so he did excellently well. Now things say African goalkeepers are also showing. You already have Vozinha. Now already are Asari Soaye. Now already are passes so and all other African goalkeepers are. I really think that they are doing well. Senegal don't keep personality on down. Senegal goalkeeper. Oh yes. Keep personality because Edouard Mendy. Said boys ni be crowd hard chiche. Ne level 8 or a bemo. And the boys no mo say just in the park and no time or bench now or say bape ne guso no. Hey, me who the entire or African we are we no. Now you hear Senegal. And the Senegal and also your project your way. Form guide is very, very important going into a tournament. And it's a football game now only former. Possibly so be winning a FM. Only 1 or 2 occasions where they be a only former. Ube to me any results. And look at that they be a lag. And let's look at Senegal form proud to walk it down. This is their for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Their last 6 matches, 1 home form. Iraq pen almost show mono. and a game Abeka so almost say even Iraq went down, but no matter what, beat me quite down Elusu. So almost form nenge. We got 2 games prior to the World Cup. No, on say friendlies go say quite down and one fan, but Mulusu to Brazil. Okay, 3. Okay. The almost friendly almost there around that time when almost say England by 3 goals. No, because not England, African team behind to me so that's Senegal kosom. Now a free horn. United States of America, almost 3-2. And no Saudi Arabia and so a ball goalless. And the Enona transcended to the World Cup. No? Because in their first game against France, though they played well in the first half and all that, surprisingly, almost conceded 3. Against Norway, they conceded the same number of goals. And now, likes to keep clean sheet against Iraq. Now, against Belgium, almost conceded 3. And even in the Belgian game, also changes thereby. Ente Edward Mende to me and Damondi next keeper and die. And a Koulibaly Krano. The other game also mistakes be occur. I think said the head to Senegal and they say key players now the role models and actors in the game now the movers and the pushers no and you know formed this World Cup bad. Edward Mende number 1. Khalid Koulibaly number 2 K2. And
security man.
Oh, but you don't. Why are you doing that? Why do you call it security man? Why are you?
All about Chelsea on the because Chelsea.
That's what Jada had.
Oh,
what free Chelsea now? So not for any K2.
So free one. Or make us what security.
Not for any K2.
All about one and say
and then police day security man. Then partner or parking us or police also.
All about Chelsea free.
And not security man.
And this is freeway. And all about in an interview no Kai Max was made car. On freeway ever seen that maintain so every other way security man was out there
on to me police actually unso no born no nim born on to me police actually I think say Idris a Ghana guy it was okay, but a good thing is that also Ismail Assano was 4 goals at the World Cup. It was best Senegal player was most goals and in single edition was 4. Jan was 6. Also Roger Miller in 1990 also share 4. It is Ismail Assar equally Roger Miller record. And Andy currently, on only 4 goals, is not being trumpeted, yen can be. But on send a Mela Modi and Jidini. And if fast forward, ye quay in the game, no levels na cosro. And I only mean agony. Yeah, levels na cosro. For example, Lise assist or makey. Also, yen can be re trumpet, you yen boom abayum. But Maradona Modiano, ye saw Modi Una, yes, mess Modi and say, you'll be a crown to me, may. And see, I say ball level on the air cost. So the good thing for them is that. And they want me by adrenaline say, me World Cup mahwina. African player 1 single World Cup. What bobo a yes no kopano. Why now the beman? If you 1 single World Cup, the performance what they done obian to me to any other obian no be to me African player 1 single World Cup performance. El Hadji Hussein Diouf. What me ngadi? 2002 with your first Senegal.
My friend now.
202 they're saying cherry bracer. Yeah, I think El Hadji Hussein Diouf. Team of the tournament no can one say goal as an attacker, but ball or boy no. Oh, this is a Betty boy. They be a Roger Miller. Also Melano na o free bench ba no abese go na be a we bu ne pan kakra. And ne pan no bu in e be because no so when he's 40 and add. And oh yes, and a wonderful. But and this all per 1 African player 1 single edition of the World Cup. What dance pa me feel say you no na we the Miller ba no the Asamoah Gyan account. El Hadji Hussein Diouf was dread. In Senegal no enye because they were one of the giants of African football currently. And here say omnombe make Africa proud. But unfortunately Senegal could not do that. Into better like next time. Maybe it's an opportunity for other country like Ghana to also try. But Andy, there is a problem here. Most of these big European nations are no one from record against Africans that will World Cup. It has African team in Senegal. And also Molusuba could be paid. No, that thing we still have a problem.
I say changes.
I say change.
But how do we do it?
How do we do it?
Because Maxwell, and we start here and make a memo to us do, but just to add to
no problem. Say you didn't come.
And then I start here and make us say, is it say a fear and a way you move and too much of respect? Anyway, because I look at say. And America DRC for her on back line against England attackers. Well, Chalmono man a bobo in England. It won't say be a most but DRC for the Omina Crack or more a honor. Senegal players. No man a bobo Europe. Or more Saudi classes here. Muno Cabo Europe and San Moko Saudi. One Macas, Muno Mudasu Europe. Keep a from Le Havre, you are there me. Le Havre, or the French league. Share omo Crippin Diata, Jacobs, Mamadou Sarr Chelsea, Passis, El Rayo Vallecano, Idrissa Gana Guy, Papa Guai, what I say, Diarra, El Southampton, Sadio Mane, Mbaye, El PSG. So virtually money boys here na bobo. Ntiada na Ekodru the world stage now. I say, obodi bibi ketwa bi na say obodi South Africa na unhu de bekwa agusi.
One has got to do with our culture. Despite the fact that omone ball European, but Andy, when they come down as a team going, as a country, the culture of the country won't mean in frame. What is the culture? Say African countries saying jai as our attitude now, we settle for less. We are always happy with a little. But what am I saying? Yeah, the Kobe Biao, Mamincho. Why am I saying that? South African country call World Cup. Nandi sometime or draw game cry against him a bigger. A whole celebration as if say or magic World Cup. The players on the field feel like they've done what nobody has done. The people at home, so one area South African teams in the area. Who say boy, say African team be qualify call round of 16 those times now. A huge celebration. A huge celebration. And nekure round of 32 ya and by 48 teams so you be third place account. Omukwa round of 32 a huge celebration. So we feel like they've done so well, and then this hardener is eating into our minds. It's when we are playing against the top teams. The idea is not necessarily to win them, but to make sure we get some results. But the top teams also also idea near the barrier. They feel like no, we are bigger, so we should beat you. And the one area I was say a changey. Because although you're no more neighbor, but a country near we are doing so England you draw cry I there. And this you draw we cry I there. We'll play to get that draw. So you let's you celebrate too much. Meaning say what's a master make can I say? Yes, it doesn't push us to do a lot more. Again, our issue with sika. Also Senegal so the confusion about. Eduano munye eduani ni. Baby omukoto eduane baby edanye. This running through the top teams. Ewa Africa. Ebi say Ghana say Andy Utie. Before you start the tournament, I'm $100,000. I'm not saying it is bad. So the motivation to play well and get money then. How much do these European nations edge? And do you know the lesson? They teach you to fight for your nation, because when you are going, you are a soldier. So die for your nation to bring glory. Here, just go and give us service and we will pay you. But what I say, the lessons are here in Africa. Just go and give us service and we will pay you for that. But there they tell them that, guys, you are going like soldiers. Make the nation proud. Go and fight. Put everything on the line. It's handy and one area. Two, they say about parking as well. You the quality, the level of coaches are European nations use any day, you use any so play role. The level of coaching. And you bet to bring players who are top, but who coaches them? What him there?
That's true.
What him there?
That's true.
Minka.
Me too.
We used to announce our teacher nyade. Enya o de catch them. We are make obi beka so now we used to do oberu so akwala bi wo sharp. And most school, you need students be a teacher backlog. Me the entire mathematics now me have me. Maybe I may come my friend Abu OTA or London say uni madia sin appointing class na yet ye him say Abu di uni madia sin yengina. Na elective maths no ye de ba na ye bisa question pe na Abu amanisa so obe na rating nyina na teacher ya atro nyina then we do copy. And is what has here. Enti wo coach no wo students no one is a teacher head you trade them for baby also I want to make can need na be and the be person be bre ne homobra ne homobra and when the boys come down na e be a coaching so the level of coaching there one and the fem compared to the omu level now. And also the motivation they do monti akura is saying. Come Senegal boy no so headache. Also watching ho kakra. Because until the
coaching staff we so much so what they are
and as omuni me yakura so omo attitude na problem. Africa coaches no bebre na ye form no. The problem omo nyefe. And the tactics I say on him said tactics we pa na boy say we bo or the mama we say we na more. And omo players na bobo and they want to play and get money. And so omo nim say so one man dey and strike and the strike e be nyeska and as e be say it's not if no draw time na kotoko mo bon. Utra ne pe na join retiring. Obe make sure so no so be do bi. Because him say so draw bonny ya they will win. The players know. Nti ye no na coaches no so black so sanye honest.
Undi no kre. And you between waka so and the game wona wo start why bibia. Onu say e catch us say hey wona okobo game we. And who him say wow no dem a. Your preparation.
Say spiritually, physically, psychologically bibia say game we chale. I see adwuma ye. I anko for say oh some bet na aka say 2 hours. No. Ebi wa wo da kra we niti a. Na u creating some obeka o how obeka some na tumi iden atre na to di patri ma na akoye say the same as be nyina ye ka station bia say the same ball na enye the same Senegal na ade na ye ka but difference na dey how obeka narrate na be ma ade na ye exception and bia people want to listen it is something how dampa so kra na wo crack wide no me kan say there be word we na me nyusu ntanse na oba bet na say no wo the whole night na iden a prepare na obe deliver enye say obet na o deliver. In the born Africa, we be na Euro for but they be na also can. And now we pay them too much respect. On any ball, Hokra no be say Ghana, JC no share Englander. Respect or the man na different. Oni mengadi. Oni mengadi. And now we certify for little. Only young corner Ghana player and say be 2 goals or World Cup. You be bony din to say ya. And I said, player means 2 goals. You be pomudin to say ya. E be mad. On my 1 good performance, pay. You be the way you bet so. Ain't it? I was say a changing your maybe. And you born ye nimbo. Say ye nimbo and cabro for no more fine. Abrofu team Papa Ben on the beginning. Ori yenyi ebia. Your friend is saying Argentina crowd water Samos crowd hena. Which was a black jeans room or nye fitasa. Uhu bi mu omsa. Well, Andy, they can't do minus us. I don't know France I said before they win. So it is the mentality. It is not the body or whatever in us, but it is the how we think. Mbappe for ball no ba. One say Cameroon born and be no tamana Bill Chatone, Samuel Tony, Patrick Mboma boy. Be no dey bad. No the Algeria skill na kan. Only say for ball. Onye Nigeria ninjin for Nigeria. And in Nigeria here. And now Europe no on be more ball. Say you himself wo only say now we are skillful. They will find out a system you will find say bahano. Who now you skillful no coach me say Ghana na coach we catch a player say hey now will be our bad trials now boss they will say obi anka say be bobo say Messi wa and they just listen to the statement.
Go abem.
Wa kilo. Opeso about to say we Lukaku no asa catch us say onya de.
Says on never true baby. Feel on never true bobo.
Africa players obi per positioner upo umpo.
In term de say na no near discuss France no ka say ade the chamber ye man Mbappe no. Coaches don't more Africa. Onye. But o feel too proud say but yes so admit say ni player no so no need be kwasoro a player because you can say ene a you say no coach no awini 9 knockout matches or World Cup ono wa mobi players na e bo shema ni
exactly. You know I say we teacher ni we only assess you based on students and how they perform.
Performance
until you don't take the student for granted. But Africa coach no any most of them before coach and as Africa coaches no ono person no mom na eje glory no Bibi amra ne side into who play a crowd who born here no bet obeka say we 2 no be nya ntokwa e dey sisi we local game no ono player bi page sisi announce say local game ye free player bi o black stars o ba na omone na ekon o hwe krasa o de kakra bet one fan to me so oji bebrebe wu one fan to no be nya problem Unti your coaches no attitude and at the level of coaches and it's a grade European coaches near way ahead of us. And it's an area we need to take a critical look at. And now we say Europe, so most of these coaches they are given time to prepare the team. I would say but most of the time coach they still want him to stay and build something. But in Africa it's not like that. The moment I'll be lose 1, 2, 3 and but what is your coach we see a call World Cup in Bianca Yenya when you from group stage and call another coach. You better Pamusisia. But it's build it be for the future. Dalit. He has been there for yes. Time Ben or day England coach time Ben or the buy. He had enough time to prepare his team. Oh, they check or Munina. Didier Deschamps brother, he's been there for how many times?
Since 2018,
yes, and almost our succession plan. So free up one ever. Zidane craba. Zidane ba fena France born. Believe you me, I feel crowd who born here. Spain your coach, he's been there for how long? For some time now. Omunim so new omunim coach or be take over. But look at Morocco. Omo first coach no. Okoy na no mwere.
Under 23 coach.
Omunim di oba. Ebi na Senegal for ya na me pen. In all these factors na eka we satisfy for little. Well,
and after Senegal match, I was just reading around, and I'm going to write up almost say somewhere El Hadji Diouf after the game. Now, say one thing he also observed about this Senegalese players. He say, on the Senegal best at the World Cup, quarterfinals of
2002
with the likes of El Hadji Diouf
and Papa Bouba Diop, Henry Camaramo, Lamine Diatta, Omar Daf, Omar Aquatieti, Ferdinand Koyi, Rastaman.
I say, boys, we know. On say, Diouf has been around the team. Also, we mentality. I say, yes, sir, they want to beat. We say more. 2002 for
record no.
And I say, Omo pre-omo. And the same time it's Rudy Garcia, the coach for Belgium. I say one thing you've seen about young game. Then I say omuni ebo mom share wana near pre. Say take a lead now I say pre trying to defend. Go now, maybe I say that we fumble, we make mistakes.
Exactly,
then
they
capitalize on that.
It's the beginning when I make cultural say we are unable to kill games, and I say pressure na wait no so. Into Drew baby, I won't say structure and change. Yeah, we commit error, and who commit error. These Europeans are other South American or more top attackers who understand the game. They will punish you. I mean, the least European nation in South America they experience, so they capitalize on who mistakes. And they say, "Be only my argument." What you say? Now we are highly experienced than me. I only the obey. Ah, ubeti me di no amamaka. On kasa bebreu. Ubeti me di baby a me making mistake no hona be fan hama. O ye den. Odo beto for. Meaning so what you say? So di no the question about what we say baby a di. Sana we Europeans na so I think say. But looking at the results are yenya in this World Cup. Nka Africa ya deal. What country be one word the other when ya the records be near the Abia Tunisia? Senegal will consider how many goals?
Sir, first game I'm consider 3.
Another 3. Then another 3. Meboa. Joma consider 9 goals.
9 goals.
But Tunisia considers a Mr.
On the 5 back.
4 back.
4 back
and 3 back.
No consider 15. Tunisia 50. Okay. We are 7. That's 5. 12. 12 goals.
12 in 3. It's a game. You consider 4 goals.
Tunisia.
I feel be signed. And I to me Africa teams also to me keep a clean sheet at the World Cup. And your crowd, your clean sheet keep a day. Was Ghana before? I think Panama also. Now you got 10. We may have close to 10 games and you consider. Now you keep a clean sheet and I say I be keep it. So it is all good, Andy. But him say question we need a member game there ban.
Right now matches.
Portugal game so we interest Anna.
Aye.
Any interest get to Accra?
No, no more interest with mom.
Oh. Na me maide. Somebody I mean baby I mean 18 there. Croatia Portugal. Big game. But the attorney say Croatia and to me Portugal. The only time Croatia say Portugal, just one occasion. Even I think it was a friendly. But a back on wins, that's the last 5 in the Portugal crane winning by 4. And Portugal are going through. But Portugal's a team they flatter to deceive. You really can't predict what they are going to do. On a day you expect Portugal and the way they should run riots, no more year off. On a day I won't expect no more bogum. Because Uzbekistan ni name say Portugal best home. But did you believe say first half on come better to almost ha? And the Portugal no team be and the prediction is very difficult to come by. But this is what it means. Croatia enter in Lusu at the World Cup. And at the last 2 World Cup they've been to the semi-final. We have very much experience. But the difference is what Hanie say Cristiano Ronaldo best step up I be ko ye di ama Portugal. And again, all say Cristiano Ronaldo 145 goals now was share as the player who has scored more goals ever international. On share back crowd knockout stage at the World Cup, and that is a very bad, terrible record. And looking at the way our top players in this competition are performing, Andy, I'm expecting him to break that dark today. It is a Portugal best goal. Me expect Ronaldo to get a goal, but the whole game needed. Croatia last 2 games will lose to European nations in this tournament. Ningina score line 4-2. England show 4-2 and England's a European nation. Are we going to see a repeat of that scoreline, Anna? A bit more possible. Because Portugal games so error and go. So Mekong win for Portugal. Portugal to qualify and a win for Portugal. Both teams there shall not be surprised. No. But a win for Portugal and Portugal to qualify. Then yes, yeah, bo.
Spain, Austria.
Say Spain they only they own support you, man.
Na Portugal man kasa me so me France o.
Spain maybe say you Madrid fan. And I'm say Spain no support yana.
National team there me
more like France. Okay.
Me France.
Me be pa more for Spain.
Say.
So Madrid ni ke say I support
Spain, so support England.
There be meeting man say Barca obi anim. Turn now massa. Spain they are against Austria. The last 5 games, Spain in Lucy. Okay, Spain and winning 4 or draw 1. But then in 1978, almost meeting a World Cup, Austria Spain 2-1. DBS Spain, you're very, very careful. We see a World Cup game. And the Spain, you're form. Because the last 13 games, you're winning 9 and you draw 4. Until yes and Edney. Bemum, after say 2010, Spain edge World Cup. Only say round of 16 matches, me know my boy in Andy or Molusu. But emum yen lusun twaso 3 knockout games 3 twaso World Cup yen lusun twaso. And we used to be the 3rd one and Yabeka Salabraka ato. Oyazabel no the master mun who saw ya de on. Never soon on per strike, I don't know Moncoreno. And in the last 15 games, Obama Spain will contribute 22 goals, 15 goals, and 7 assists. It's the major trend for Spain, Ayono. And the coach Omar Dani Olmo started. Because I like Olmo when he's on top of his game. Marco and not top of the under also enjoy Bonebo. Team be a friend be obebo. See us on the rest of the grade obe. Barcelona had you. Because Otumisego, he might be the man to get a goal for them. But also Spain in recent time, he wins na 1 goal margin, 1-0. And Spain so games, Ice Argentina. First half results the ABC, second half a tasansi. Who's Argentina game? You winning first half, you winning second half. You winning first half, you winning second half. It was a first half, you winning. Possibility be winning second half, na yana eta eba. And the Spain will win. It be a 2-0. You bet me Austria. Spain, you best Austria. But me yes Austria bet to me a year frame. We more match the Argentina there no. Set 3. Na min then
no 3 years Switzerland no Algeria.
3 years Switzerland no Algeria. Argentina game near time.
10 p.m. which na.
Switzerland no Algeria game no. And I will not be surprised a bit my draw near acquire extra or penalties.
So
I will not be surprised because me way 2 teams now. omo level ni aye pe si ankoye Africa de ni bi ho no ane ade amisuru say Algeria no so e bia de me pese me racist, but where they are coming from and where their players are no mo hu de esi no e bia they will map up a strategy to make sure say they will not also fall victim. And Switzerland, they are good, but I mean also we are 2 way ahead. Player for player ni bibia. I don't say the only thing so for Europe never and say be the mentality never. But say Algeria big zina ye pa because money Argentina. The difference for me on the day no was Leo Messi. And on my last games when they needed a result, they were able to get 3 9 minutes no munya with Rehad Mahrez money I won't be surprised that this game might end in a draw regulation time. Maybe a pushy game. But Argentina the end day. Me nim di ankofo hu say me on say me tia me nye prof me nyame nka bibia ankyere baby ankofo bu nyame aka omo se Cape be Argentina. Leo Messi to score 2 goals. Leo Messi will score goal but best on say 1 crowd is so say 2. Argentina is so win over 2.5 because Argentina games in no mostly over 2. On say no money France na yes 3 go answer na Leo Messi ko say penalty no enema Austria mo say 2-0. Until first half Argentina so betumi asan say and Messi so share 2 goals. Messi to score 2 more goals. And Argentina so ebetumi say first half class and say full time. That's how I say it.
Okay. Mera say nana yesi na yemfa fisem no ento aso mawa honorable Kofi Adam say the sports minister nana enu amax o raise ticket ehun seminars to our mampanyi kan na yemate free tickets for our fans or more diaspora no mko but Maxwell honorable say free tickets are about arrange here no na for the group stage matches.
The tickets we procured to use for that project was only for the group stage, and the group stage games have come to an end. We do not have tickets currently for any other stage. And if you ask me, the logistical nightmare of even moving the supporters from one stage to another, from here to Kansas, and from Kansas we are now moving over to Vancouver in another country, will be quite challenging. So quite a number of Ghanaians have already shown interest. I'm sure that they'll be able to purchase these tickets themselves. If they want facilitation, we'll use through the FA as we've done to help facilitate for them. If they put themselves together, we still have enough time between now and Friday when we play the match in US here and Saturday Ghana time to be able to procure the tickets.
The honorable say free tickets no na for group stage. Say there omuni any free tickets. Omo ede ema na owie no say mobile car say before the walk up aban yen hye raffle bi echo so ne ade na oso omo win raffle no de omo nyina no aban na say ministry sponsor omo with the GFE Behwe games.
All students who won raffle and then we got them, the Ministry of Sports related agencies, the Ghana Football Association and their related persons that we have to support, 30 of them. The stakeholders I've mentioned already. Then of course then the supporters union, the organized supporters union. We had all our 281 who were fully given full package, air tickets, accommodation and a stipend. Then another category of persons who sponsored themselves about their own tickets were also provided accommodation and given a stipend. And of course, tickets were also match tickets were also offered some of these persons. So these are the categories of supporters.
Right. So no, honorable Kofi Adam sana ye tell na owie no de to aso no say sika bia yakọ spend e wo work up no omo ebe ye ne public e ma Ghana for. And so how much we spent ever walk up after set yabe fie na nyina no enso bekoso
estimate the budget. We had already made that public that this is how much has been requested, but how much we will spend to finish also we'll make it public. How much we will spend, what we anticipate to spend, we made it public. The meeting was covered live and we put out all the information that we have to put out. I engaged the press at the ministry and I announced the figures and the areas that it was going to cover. So we've been very transparent in all those areas. When we finish the World Cup also, we will then tell the actuals. Some of the actuals, the deviations are huge because we did modest estimation based on Qatar. Because when normally you are running estimates for a World Cup, you look at the previous and then you use to estimate. Sometimes you make a 5 to 10%. Unfortunately, this World Cup has become very expensive. Yeah, extremely expensive. Okay, in Qatar, highest price for ticket was about $100. Here, the list, as I told you, in our games was 42 or something. That's the list. So you can imagine if you had planned with Qatar figures, cost of transportation, the distances that you have to cover. So a lot of things been thrown off here. Training pitches, how much it costs us to the camp pre-tournament campaign where we budgeted for I think a 4,000. We ended up paying in some instances about 30-something thousand. Wow. That's the situation. So we would indicate the reality also after we finish the tournament.
Okay. Details no say omu tournament na details no. So okay. But I say pre-campaign training no baby am budget be a training grounds be am budget 4,000 no. Maybe I say no 30-something. Hey. You Then we are starting to try about the Ghana Football Association on tickets in sense them no. I say ticket prices almost a Ghana for complete no more crown or minimum say a bona de nebum Ghana Football Association or money any control and with prices about for the Colombia game.
First of all, I have to admit that is a concern, but World Cup tickets are very expensive. Games at the World Cup is very, very expensive. There are games selling for $5,000, $7,000, $8,000. This morning I checked on the FIFA website and I saw some staggering figures, in terms of matches in the next stage of the competition and how much it would cost interested fans to patronize those games. This is the World Cup. It is the world's most premier, national competition, and it is played in every 4 years. FIFA always want to ensure that they get the best out of this tournament. So yes, the issue you raised is a major concern. The ministry have been supporting Ghanaian fans to watch the matches through the benevolence of Ghanaians and other companies who contributed to fly fans to America. The truth is that the arrangements they made for this tournament ended after the Croatia group stage. So if there is anything else to be done, then it means they must go into fresh negotiations with companies and individuals to support them to still purchase tickets for the next stage of the competition. It is what it is. As an FA, we can't do much because those arrangements.
Right, I know Henry, as I also confirming myself, goalkeeper Lawrence Atizigi Yeka say, why are fit and are available for selection when coaches they decide what they would want to do in the next game.
Yes, Jerome has been working on his own. Today he is back on the turf, which is very positive. Jonas has also been working on his own. He's back on the turf. It's also very, very positive. Antoine is also back. Hopefully all of them will have the integration and should be fine for the game on Friday. He's been in contention, just that the coaches decided to go with Benjamin Asare. I'm sure after the game against England, following his exploits, they decided to keep faith in him. But Lawrence is available. He's very sharp in training, looks very calm, looks very good. He also brings different dynamics, different options in terms of the goalkeeping department to the team. But who calls the shot is the boss. The head coach. Yeah. It's fine. He had a knock. I guess you already know that he had a knock in the game against Croatia. So the following day he did not train, and then they started working on him. The medical team have been working on him, but because it's around the ankle area, he felt some pain, so they needed to work.
I know Henry Asante Kumia Tenka. My first semenyo na on pressure. Black Star Semenyo.
There is definitely pressure, but I feel like the pressure is because we've got such a good team. So when I came in at the time, I can't remember vividly what was going on in terms of tournaments and stuff, but I just wanted to impact the best way I can. Yeah. If I was starting, if I was on the bench, I'd come on, maybe try to score, get an assist, and just play well, to be honest. But over the years, it's like our team's got so much better, and now we feel like we're at the world stage now. We want to compete with all the top nations. We've got the same talent, so why are we not up there? So I feel like we're at a stage now where we're getting there, slowly building, and hopefully in the next years to come we can compete.
Right, Semenyo.
Yeah, Andy.
Yeah,
before that, but Mamincha, Mr. Paul Akwesi Asante, a Paul San Group of Companies Director, and a San Sport Premier Limited, and also a manager. Boss, Yamin Sharabibri. I mean, just stand for me or Massachusetts, no rock kwame Toronto, Canada. And the mentia de biase wahana minister issue. Minim say budget a Ghana yes here they call World Cup. Omo catch a plane say target near semi-final. But you me boa na mama swati. You say target near semi-final. And say a target near semi-final there. Target a bit me achievable. A bit me aba say untumi so achieve. But say we make it target say semi-final that you need to make provision for that. And it's need to me try as scan. Yendra scanning the akaneba me ba jo atiase. Yedru nso a na say etumi abɔ bra. E bi kra e bedru na BBS ni e be hia bi aka ho. There is nothing wrong with that. Now me issue ni say since when was it communicated to Ghanaian supporters and I say Ghanaians for that matter, don't let me say because Obi or a Ghanaian BI supporter. Since when was it communicated to Ghanaians say tickets ne ye day man? Ye day man or group stage in Nkwa. Was that communication out there before the World Cup?
You all can me okay.
So if that communication in New there and the minister adwene. But say if that communication was there, meaning so Obi or not say be more communication now, I think they can help you with the message so that it helps your discussion. But so if that discussion was there, many problem. But the problem I want to say in 2010 and the quarter final, there were Ghanaians at the stadium supporting us. So what about if we beat Colombia and we qualify for the next stages of the competition where more making provisions say semi-final? What then happens? And is it a minister no who be na send your car sorry nina they catch and say your last stop maybe a last stop ani. Ain't I say because bibi omu ye bia say they are giving up. But in yes Adianka he has a point. Because looking at the cost of the tickets no and the ewosro especially stages are here kwi. Wow. Yemfansa averagely say $1,000 cra. Na say ye koye nim no the tickets no be kosro. But tickets nankasa na ye ka say $140 near the group stages no. And the reports here say it to be close to $800 from our own Ghanaians no. And these were tickets either the ministry no and the purchases say yenko. The same Ghanaians now yes ye be organize more diaspora normal jet tickets are support here. And they were getting the tickets with per report to alleged though $800. It be $1,000. The question is why. So now when Ghana qualifies, you say Colombia na qualify ko yedima. Na sa be say wow pa ko na ko he World Cup meboa. Na ne ade no muntumi nye dia. Na sanka omo anka Ghanaians in Canada, Ghanaians in the United States, and those in Mexico. Are more good stand on we already so married. They were ready to pay their own money to go. It was an so what better down. They were ready so metia or musika no makwede that you know money. And also obe na one more ticket. What's up their mom and they planned it. And then they see about bedru you also telling us say oh yeah for group stage in Nkwa. Until when Ghana qualifies today, semi-final na more budget say for now. What happens? And even the ticket in crown na 140 now between the amount. These same Ghanaians who want to support the team are buying some thousand and add. And I think the management of the tickets you know and right. And again, I also beg to differ from the minister. Because me so nkomo bia me so me di we say US you nim go for be bro. Nkomo yes you ni omo di. Internet say nkomo ni di alleged though. Say in this game say some tickets will be up. But it's not been released to the quarters that you release a more go benya. Yes, you have info. And the question which is which? Accounts in your Bombay accounts, Ghana accounts, and the Mimi who relevant is can no more with you. John Baron Cassie D10 D5. Me, okay, obeying.
Crash of Quasiani Bungontaboka. Now, how can I say? Crash of Quasiani Bungontaboka. And then maintain. Now, this guy went there. Now, we should how say Mudina. Ghana citizens here, we young call for a bit, like I say. Yentia sends ye do court. Ye do so court. Ye crasso a Jumanaya mu ye ni a Jumaso my quiet time grand case nechi. But just what I say. Ain't he?
what the ones about called Nasa or Mazo that's out the day yeah the two be near DDA serious into catch a benny day but it's good so accountability wise no metro you could say DC the person you say Diana Mudiano the Biscano Mundi me oka so mo de bo o man ho bra ye ka so mo dia na ite o mo wi na mo di but o mo de brana spend na mo ko spend e brana mo de ko bo bra no eno ansa o de o be ya ye hu se mo abo bra papa eno ane de hia andi ana oba na on ti ase ade o be de ana World Cup we so no
ana so sky ye die wie de but na me calculate me so ye
ba so when di ni ya e so o di esika mai because your mouth every time my mouse gets and this guy they be at the 100 now could be 300 so about 200 next or the banana over fama
and you mo pay in there ye dey na mo pay
ye okay yes I mean to us you
so o say udi ni year na we ni year
say ye ni say no on ba no ga say yes had the chireka
I say ticket price is the current stable.
Yeah.
Now me nyabo tram transfer. Me sham na si super perfect. Me to we same to it.
Langasa na be ho. Aha. E no so be sa. Case die. Case die.
Oboy mo de.
Before niska. Adanya mbe iska free ya say before nyina be wo. Adani. One me ngadune.
Ya me esro mi.
Iska first na mo first scan there say sa baba ko. Iska be adu be sensia. So me bu nkonta wai. Ne ye mfa compare. Then you say bia o kan go for so be bu e dey compare first there no.
So also no akra di ka say. Omo projections omo ye no also omo ye no omo budget no. Omo compare price omo dey compare kata there no. But World Cup we know too expensive. Tisha we could use to cut the prices now because I say our cutter tickets now be the end board the probably be $100. Yeah. But hano but you have to take it 1,260 something tickets, 1,400 and something ticket airborne price dollar. What you saying? I
didn't know more they cutter the end.
So also more World Cup the same tournament. To know more back tournament now you're going. But it's been 4 years. They
be wrong. And I even cry say a pekra who make it by so will make you room for unforeseen circumstances.
Okay.
And no say budget for ni na ka budget. When say one farm man is on your good, obi our budget no on your good. And sign. Skawi. Na bio and the young free man. Now the madam say a free man.
Also no say ye be fia ni be obodin kunta ne beba.
Obi a o say nyan no say ye beje ye say Colombia ye beje World Cup no
say na ye wie
na say we dey ye chiri
no say ti ye be fia ye be ka o
the way minister here and me madwen am say bia na sofo bia ka kire say e kura last stop ani ana say me ntiase
you kura do
I kwa say e kura last stop ana say bia I don't be say Colombia me say on kan ye hu boys ni vanguso
o ka say ye be fia me chase because your boy could do the final thing near the edge.
And the Sika no semi final the quantity do final you best had the account. I the and they say and the problem behind you. Enti baby a warning your budget I bar you be can once we should concentrate on what is going. It be crowd and ya donia ya question France or final the cap no. And the Indian Obadia or no in your back on your may account. Your money in your account. And you'll be an embassy or even know the table with your account. You have prep your accounts. Bia Yenny. Nanga all be with your account.
Hey, I say, Freak Logistics as well. So, we will be out on from China, Edinburgh, Ghana. Yeah, not shipping near problem. They were in there. Afrique Logistics and shipping services about them. Mama easy. And they are small parcels, full containers, there to do, fast clearing, and so warehouses, you know, China. You and I feel Guangzhou and our Ghana and Swatamani Kumasi, one more warehouses. So, how many money say what supply? 0536735393 00536735393 and 0204 818 823 0204 0818823 now no enkasa menapa Royal Guest House Shim School Junction offer Grace gift anyone ma baby obeda wo Kumasi say there man menapa security 24 hours in so nkania agina so sanso na rooms na kama ho ye neat eno sanso treat wo kama menapa shuttle over baby na pese be fa just give us a phone call be for 0543556666 0543556666 and 0544882772 na wafre Kumasi Agro Processing Company Limited at the Angel Killing Certified Aba akate SA kuku sanso na aye black pod disease SA kuku a we Angel Killing Certified be so organic liquid fertilizer and so be ma no buy no anyini from area ma Kenny Rose Internet Solutions ya friend no internet connectivity we here friend no baba ye ne kama area ma 0208282810 0208282810 now on the enkasa na bibia anya kama emfa ema Max wonum say na your birthday kese pa baako na your birthday kese pa baako am saying ka more yafi say na ene Sam Tuga birthday
hey ofeni kese US on
yes
but maintaining go I don't need to mamo era maintain
okay I think that time am call friend me ma yeah Jesus be the command that was when I menini jinko
oh okay
yeah auto Jesus be 15
oh okay that's
on,
cool
on a family no?
Yeah
and the big boss Sam Tuga oh yeah heavy book
yeah heavy
Ghana England na me hu no
yeah
Oko stadium me hu no for video
I think say ni way pa ne mini pa they are stand firm yeah I think that they are brothers or very good friends yeah for sure omo good too
Sam Tuga oh yeah heavy book
big man yeah ma woda pa nyame sha na de da wakoma so nyina so wo de ndie nyinche wo say Sam Tuga de ndie Sam Tuga de nyinche
I mean, no tell I have there Sam Tuga.
Oh no, so yeah bad man. Oh yeah bad boy.
Bompire man Sam Tuga.
Oh, Sam Tuga, yeah man, longevity in good health. That's that is the kind of blessing we are looking for you. Yeah. We are praying for God to show you mercies and favor in everything that you do. God richly bless you. Ado ba no. Enya last oba. Unso obre me do. Yeah. Okay. Me jina wa no aside di bia be kan so say South Africa. Na say na BFM my sports crew then help you.
Na Sam Tuga ba.
Yes. Me also okay. My dear didn't mean Sania me o hwan di about say ade o say Sanji we kan. Ye yin so aye blue ni bisa awo. Oh, Sam Tuga nyamisha but me telling ka check akra. I won't say BBI okay. And yeah, okay. Sam Tuga we there special the birthday we there. I know say ga kan tell me e and as Senegal so in Shemaya. And Sam Tuga Ghana be say Ghana be say ntina BBI be fine. Nyamisha be. Yeah.
Sam Tuga boss, happy birthday to you director. Now and one of our other listener one or contributed to our show very much. You see and what text me. Say and birthday Kojo Bechi. Kojo Bechi
honestly any birthday yeah only Sam Tuga nyina di birthday
2nd of July
hey and master umunye ize sa mood
well you happy birthday to you brother nyankopo inshallah pa sanso and I wish happy birthday to Ma Rose ya mensa na Ma Rose ewo enkawie na free manager Peter and osi wish Ma Rose ya mensa a happy birthday today. Okay. Monfre Jake Mame. Now I'll check out the Mami answer because we mean say if you know but happy birthday to Miss Enchiwa. Miss Enchiwa, a student ewo yune. Na you say oh yeah agribusiness student and now your birthday from Gideon. And now Ocean wish Miss Enchiwa and so a happy birthday today. I'll say happy birthday to is it Ohenema ba and I say Obenma ba Abena Osei. I just want to get the name right. Ohenema ba Abena Osei. And when you're 8 years, school with D&D and your birthday. Happy birthday to you from the entire family. Wishing you a happy birthday. Right. Open say BBN tribute. Okay. ti ene yemfa na de nsi wa na yenso yenkodi ahome ozo chana holiday there
holiday una na me dwen ho na me dwen ho sana o ka say born time no show ni ade no entire holiday there opa said ne ope point ne point akofie koda ti asem
na born nye ochina ho ma
o de da said ne obe da no wada hashim and I just say because upompo beba it's inside
we yen kai bo o say the late oba panyin Christiana Japan na do rafre efia dabone na nyame ya adoma Saturday we ewo Echakrum Community Center enom de beto mpem anopa no num edikusi na wotwe na omakwaye na wufusom ewo Pentecost Echakrum anopa 8:30 to 10 a.m. na fi omakopene krabe ewo Echakrum cemetery mu wia ewo Echakrum Community Center hall from 1 to 6 p.m. ebusia besa betenase na on Sunday so no besa akwa sorry wo Pentecost ewo Echakrum na omu wia omasa betenase wo community center hall 1 to 6 p.m. na fi na chisika sano omanom kra different way yen kai bokakra eno so aba na ya no fa sports center pass through sports center nebeje o Black Stars Jesus no because Saturday ahomachi Colombia for ye no omo
bunga mu
eno omo echia yam say
and he said
6 minutes is your dear ba ku
so bia jeni de
ya dia we bi si
I be and that be cool
James Rodriguez for me
World Cup am na to nwum no
on a tour
referee no yes remember name for that in my game no Nigeria so ma zenka bana boy so na to nwum ti bi omo so be your favor hey Ghana
I was after the musia nyankopon ya adoma ye be sa no we dey share have a wonderful day stay blessed good afternoon yakra mo nyina